we'll have to see. Will GMC's stock go through the roof? If by the time they get to their quarterly after this thing drops, will it increase the?
Yeah. Well, Tesla
Speaking
stock
of Starship.
certainly.
Oh wait, you're cheering something else. Sorry, I misread your.
That's
cue
a
there.
good-looking nose cone on the Hummer. Speaking of nose cones. No, okay, yeah. So Tesla did earnings. They blew everyone's socks off. Is that a thing? Could you imagine? See, I don't understand that reference. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, revenue, $8.7 billion for the third quarter, beating Wall Street's expectation. 39% year-over-year growth, pretty amazing. Non-GAAP earnings per share of 76 cents compared to the estimate of 57 cents. So that was huge. What is the stock at now? It jumped like 5-6%,
or
right?
something. It didn't really.
No, it didn't
It's
jump
up
too
7
much.
points today, which is only like 1%, 1.72%.
Yeah, what did it open at though? Didn't it jump from yesterday to today?
Like 20. It went up like 3 or 4%.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's funny that we don't consider that a lot.
Right.
But because
Compared
in most stocks, that would be
Yeah.
a huge percent, or that'd be a big jump usually.
Right.
Yeah, so record deliveries, profitability, cash flow, they just absolutely crushed it again. Obviously, this is a big helped immensely by the Chinese factory that's online and growing. Apparently, they're going to be raising money again to help fund some of these other expansion plans. They're building out the factory in Texas already. The Gigafactory in Berlin is coming along. So lots of growth, lots of stuff. Again, Tesla's still just crushing it, and likely, I think they said that 500,000 cars delivered this year is still on the table. So that'd be a record for them. It'd be pretty cool.
Wow.
To see them to be able to do that, because as an electric car maker that sells a niche product, that's really insane, I guess I would say. And the fact that they're the world's most valuable automaker still is just mind-blowing. But the way I like to think of that is that Tesla is a tech company that happens to make cars versus a car company that is trying to make things tech.
Yeah.
GM, Ford entered the chat, kind of a thing. So, yeah, great earnings call. I didn't see any major bombastic stuff in the talking points or the Q&A section. That's probably because I was completely buried with full self-driving stuff. So it was one of those things where it was like the past few days have just been like, news upon news upon news upon news. So, but yeah, things are looking good, healthy wise. They're not going bankrupt. Anyone worried about that? That's generally the only question I think people care about with their earnings, unless you're an investor,
I still remember I had so many people when I told them that I had ordered a Model 3, 3 years ago now or whenever it was, at least 3 years ago. It was like early 20s or whenever it came out. I pre-ordered one right away, and I had some people being like, I can't believe you're doing that. By the time you get the car, like you won't get your car. And then other thought was it won't be a company, 5 months after you have the car.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a scare there for a little bit trying to get the car online and mass produce, but like, boy, were they wrong. Those people were
never bet against
wrong.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I would Elon just I'm still a person that's very skeptical of like true level 5 autonomy for within the next decade, but I don't doubt that when Elon says these things are going to happen, they are. Just when he says it'll happen next week, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, same with like, I know we're not going to hop into Starship News, but same thing with that type of stuff. When he says full reusable orbital class, vehicle, rapidly reusable, fly, 100 times in a week or whatever, no big deal. Like that that is within the realm of physical possibilities, and it should be the case, at some point. But he sometimes sells it as something that's going to be available like immediately. Like once Starship's online, we can just boop. It's like you're going to be iterating on that thing for probably 5 to 10 years before you get anywhere near that promise. But it's still the promise is that, the vision is there, but drudging through the mud to get there, sometimes I think he just kind of overlooks a little bit, But it's understandable.
That intraplanetary travel thing is, a couple decades away, probably, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's, what do they have? This has 14.5 billion cash equivalent now for Tesla.
I thought
nice.
they had 8.5 billion in the bank. What were you looking at there? I didn't see that metric.
Tesla currently has 5.9 billion increase in our cash and cash equivalents in Q3 to 14.5 billion.
Wow, that's a lot. And
That's
and
good.
ironically, they still need to raise more.
Yeah.
But
We're
see, I
growing
think
like a
that
weed.
when it comes to raising money, they've just continued to deliver again and again. So it shouldn't be a problem at all, right? I mean, when you look at their expansion plans and literally, like that's, I didn't pay attention to the GM stock, but you look at what they're doing and you're like, wow, in 4 years they'll have something with 250 miles of range for 90 grand, really? Like, that's not looking good. But then again, GM is not somebody that really has committed to electric. It doesn't seem. They've kind of done this,
Dabble.
this greenwashing kind of thing, but I don't know if they've really committed to it, especially considering they're siding with Trump trying to sue California for emission standards and stuff. You're looking at it going, are they really doing this, or is this just to please investors for the short term, and then they're hoping electrification will just like go away and we don't have to do it? You know what I mean? So it's an interesting question to see, but yeah, I think Tesla will be obviously doing incredibly well. I don't know, like, when did they say they'll have 1 million cars per year? I think that's still like 2022, maybe 20, because you would need Giga Texas and Giga Berlin, probably. At least Giga Berlin could do another 500,000. Yeah, I think we'd be good around then. So,
Yeah. It's
amazing.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're really doing it. Yeah.
How many years ago was it that he was sleeping on a couch in the factory?
2017.
So in 3 years, they went from the verge of collapsing to most valuable automaker in the world.
And one of the most valuable companies in the world.
That was April of 2018.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking.
Was that
'cause I did-
production hell? That was production
Yeah,
hell.
that was production hell.
That's when I did the GoFundMe
couch.
for him.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was so
That's
hilarious.
crazy. That
wasn't even that long ago. That was not
only-
long ago.
No, 2.5 years ago, they were like, make or break, do or die. That's
But this is the
crazy.
87th month of COVID, so we're still.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this clip from our show. If that's just not enough for you and you want to watch the full episode, you can go to olfpod.com/YT.
And if you want more from us, you can consider becoming a Patreon member. You'll get early access to episodes. You can join our awesome community. You can actually watch us record live and get your name in the credits by going to olfpod.com/Patreon.
So thanks everyone for watching. Check back every Friday for new clips here and new episodes on the main channel.
Thanks, everybody.